All right.
That's just so jarring to me every single time.
It is weird.
I love how jarring it is, honestly speaking.
It makes my ears uncomfortable.
Ding, ding, ding.
You definitely don't miss it.
It's
You
like
don't mistake it for anything.
the recording
true.
message on Zoom too. It's so annoying.
Yeah. Ugh.
I just think it's a good thing to let everybody who is being
for
recorded
sure.
know.
It is good.
It is. It's still disconcerting. I don't like
Sure.
The actual definition of thanks, I hate it.
Right.
it.
Well, we are in fact in the middle of a tussle.
There are.
Are you
not,
guys-
not guaranteed? There they are. They are here. They're just not listed. See, I told y'all. I knew it.
You did know it.
Okay.
I never doubted you.
Nope.
I had no idea what to doubt.
Shockingly good at remembering where things are in the monster manuals. So, which book they come from. So I was like, come on. I know it's around here somewhere. Anyway,
Are y'all on the greeting page or on the fight page?
you guys are on the greeting page
Okay, good.
where you belong.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't get to do this voice too often in this campaign, and I've lost an opportunity.
That being said, we had a tussle. We're in a tussle. Some people are not conscious for the tussle, but that's
Sorry.
where we are. And without further ado, I will now pull you to the page.
I'm no rush.
And we should be there now.
Mhm.
And we did stop at the top of initiative,
Indubitably.
which means it is in fact Tower's turn.
Tower is going to go ahead and check towards this owlbear. Gonna follow that up with
Alright,
fat
All
bottom
right, which
grilling.
one did you mark? I didn't get to see.
Sorry, this one right down here.
Okay. The most southern, sure.
Yep. We'll continue with a single fat bottom grill arm that direction. And if it is still standing after that punch, it will continue with that flurry of blows.
Okay, so you revolvered first, right? Is that what happened?
Indeed.
Which that hits. And spectral arms both will hit. So by my recollection, that's a total of 20 damage
Yep.
as you fire off and aura twice on this mother. It will take those lumps.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay. And that'll be
Random encounters are not guaranteed to be balanced.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for Tower.
And that's it for my disclaimer. All right, Flint Westhill, you are up.
All right, I can do this in 25 feet. Lay on hand. 1
I
point.
can't stop it.
1 point.
Draw, get back up. You ain't dead yet.
Do you?
1 HP, I believe.
That's what I did.
Okay.
That was my getting up noise.
Will that conclude it, Flint Westhill?
Oops, sorry.
I'm going to bonus action dash in order to get over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to switch over to a rapier just in case.
Okay. Well, it's the trio, and Erno, I have no idea why you were apologizing.
Because I clicked something on my character sheet and it did a short bow.
Oh, that's
attempt. Yeah.
no worries.
Not bad.
No, I made it worse by calling attention to it because I had no idea what it was, so it's on me.
Not really, but anyway.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this character sheet open. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Flint, odds or evens?
Always evens. Never tell me the odds.
Andy told you.
Well, I did it weird, but you lost that exchange, so it's attacking you, which is probably what you're going for.
Look, if I don't know what the exchange is for, then I don't know what the coin flip matters.
The beak comes at you. Oh, it matters to me. The beak comes at you, and why is it having... Because I never unclicked disadvantage from the defender, so that is not what's happening. Does a 19 hit you?
Even in armor, yes.
Yep. And now... And just for posterity, does a 15 hit you, as you are currently?
Currently, yes.
Okay, that sounds like double. That is 7 piercing damage, as you are beaked in the back of your knee.
What a punk move.
Let me know when you got that.
Okay, got it.
And 17 slashing as you are raked by owlbear claws,
Ooh-wee.
which are both sharper than owl talons and bear claws. You know.
Wow.
Looks like we're going to come at tower here. Does this one have disadvantage for trying to attack tower? Or is that not how you're...
It is any attacks within 5 feet of it.
Right. I do think this needs to get close. Anyways, from here, it does. Oh, gosh, move. There we go. Okay. It's going to go through the bramble there. It will be within 5 feet. It has an uphill battle here anyways. A bite coming your way, tower. Wow. With disadvantage. 26 and 26.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
14 piercing.
Okay, I take that.
Here comes a claw attack. And do not worry about that claw attack.
Okay.
This owlbear is going to try to attack this little thing that's coming after it, and it cannot get a handle on it.
Ooh.
That will do it for these three. Aranoa, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot my short bow at this one, the one in the center.
Cool. That will hit for sure.
Yay. And then Steel Defender is going to attack the one that's in front of it again. I'm guessing
That
that's
will-
it too.
It sure will.
Yay.
In tandem, arrows flying, metal creatures clawing.
And that's my
These
turn.
take bumps. Traw.
I'm going to disengage and
Are you up?
Yeah,
Sorry, I must have missed that.
Flint
Flint.
did a lay on hands.
Ah, I did miss that. Sorry.
and move. What was that? 5, 10, back here and take my second wind. A D10. 7 plus my level, so that is 11. So I'm at 12 now. That's it for me.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Actually, I want to move one more over, so I'm covered.
Well, that's easy enough. That's what I'm looking for here. Alrighty. Now, at this time, if I do this, will it? It sure will. Okay. You hear commotion from our perspective, northwest through those trees. I have to get to the right layer, as I think this is everything. 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all of them. The soldiers from the camp run through. There's 8 of them. I just need to see who the farthest back is. Did they show up on the turn
We got
order?
like 8 dudes.
Oh, the churn order?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're
One guy's on the turn order, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
they're not gonna be
He's-
in the
he's
video, though.
What?
Oh, I said they're not going to be in the video, though.
Why not?
They're off to the left on the map, and that's not going to show up in the video because of how the map's laid out. I can't drag it over enough.
Oh, okay.
It's just what it is.
Okay, I just need to see what this number is so I can move on. There's 70, and this range is... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 attacks against this guy, and this one, 2 on this one. Ooh. And the middle, and the far. Okay. So now we got 2 of these happening. You hear the sound of repeated gunfire from that region as the first owlbear takes 14 damage off of that hit. Why isn't this working? Third one is not getting hit, but this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, gets crit. This one is toast.
Yay!
That one that you guys have been doing work on finally succumbs to gunfire. Just gets straight lit up like a tree lighting on November 23rd. All right. I don't know. Back to the top, I believe.
Tower is going to take a shot at the owlbear over the steel defender
Gotcha.
and follow that up with a flurry
That'll
of
hit.
blows from the fat bottom girl.
Ooh.
Cool. 1 extra damage.
Let me just make sure. 6. Really?
Was it?
Did you just do 666 on this thing?
No.
Am I not looking at this right?
I did 686.
Oh, 686. Okay, yeah. What's it got left? Okay. 8. Yep. Well, you're nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, another 20 damage.
It's looking pretty bad.
Tower will move to this position.
Gotcha. You're free to do that without any concerns, as the thing that you were good is dead.
Word.
It is your
Yeah.
turn, I assume. That seems like bonus action and movement.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. I want to...
Run away.
That is a perfect response to
I
3
want to
owlbears.
not die in this encounter. I'm going to bonus action disengage and move over here. And then
So-
I'm going to stab the hell out of this owlbear.
Okay.
I hope. Son of a bitch.
Nope, that disengage. You slide on some loose terrain. Just can't connect with this thing.
Well, at least I'm face to face with a owlbear that has disadvantage.
True. Is there anything else you can do in this moment?
No, that'll do it all.
Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. 2 to go. What can it see? Well, it has to try. 2, 3, 4. Chase you down. Will it matter? Or is it? It's not next to that. Okay. Yep. Nope. Don't worry about it.
Whew.
Right? Yep. I'll just let you know. It rolled an 18 with its claws.
Jiminy Christmas. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Ugh.
And yeah, you just tried to hurt it. Why wouldn't it try to get you? It will have disadvantage, and don't worry about it. It rolled a 10, right? It rolled a 10 and a 12. I assume that still misses you.
Disadvantage? Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on.
No. It has 2 attacks. It rolled a 10 and it rolled a 12.
The 12 hits.
Okay. Well, that's good news because you take 1 damage as it clips you with the beak.
Whew.
That was the one to get hit by.
Thank goodness.
That's going to do it for them. No, it's your turn, I think.
Okay.
Oop. I almost closed up the turn order. That would have been
Oh,
terrible.
I have Butterfingers. Sorry, I'm just clicking
No
everything.
worries.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one that is attacking Tower.
No, I want Butterfinger.
Gross.
Wendy does not like peanut butter.
This is true.
That will
And
just
then-
hit.
Oh,
My
good.
soul.
And then
The rend will
Stealth Hunter is
not,
gonna try
unfortunately.
and miss.
What is the number there? 8. Gotcha. No longer looking very fresh. Is that your bonus action for that to attack?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you want to keep your position.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shra, you are behind a tent. You are hearing a big old ruckus.
A big ol' ruckus. I need to get within.
Technically at the other end of a firing squad, but we won't worry about it. They're pretty professional.
There.
That will hit.
Oops, sorry. I still had the GM on for my.
That's okay. I saw it.
Um,
It was a 24, everyone, for 4
Oh,
slaps.
snap.
You watch
whip-
as you cut
I
through the
whip
thing's
it.
hide. Yep. You leave a red slash.
to do, I can do that. Take an additional action. Doesn't specify the type of thing, so sure, I'll action surge and do it again. Woohoo!
You will send another lash across it. It now has a red bleeding X on its body.
Take
Okay,
that.
now this one we have to scare away and let live so it comes back later and we know which one it is.
That's it for me.
I figured as much. Time for this group to go. Still 8 of them, and I think we'll just split it down the middle. What do you say? We'll start with the big one just in case. I don't mind letting you guys see what's going on there. 2, 3, 4. All right. So hits twice. One's a crit. We'll start with that. That looks like 11 damage. 12 damage, actually. No. Should have written that down. Or another option would be don't close the book, right? I got it. Damage. I'm right. It's +1. So 12 damage, and then a single shot for another 11. It looks very hurt. And then there's 4 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're nothing but consistent, aren't they? I'll just roll these together, and we'll do it that way. And gotcha. Ooh, this one looks very rough. All right. After another barrage of bullets from the trees, it is your turn. Tower.
Tower goes ahead and hits the owlbear in front of it with a two-handed quarterstaff strike. And upon missing that, we'll follow it up with a astral arm of Fat Bottom Girl.
A new surge of invigoration surges through this owlbear as the whip has angered it, and it seems to be more nimble than it was before.
And Tower is going to having taken those swings, gonna back up just a bit more into this area here.
Which you get to do without consequence, I think. Is that true?
That is accurate. I'm just gonna post that whatever here just so we can double check.
Oh, okay. Mobile, right?
Yep.
And B, use dash action to turn to suppress the extra movement.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. That's gonna be its turn.
Pretty sweet. All right, Flint.
All right. Stabby time. Oh, thank God it actually hit.
How do you kill this owlbear?
With great prejudice.
You say the N-word and stab this rapier through its neck.
Wow.
All right, moving on.
Never live. That's the word. Never live.
That was terrible. All right.
Man. Great prejudice.
It is this owlbear's turn, and it doesn't like what's been happening. So, Shara, you are not in. I suppose you're using a whip.
Mm-hmm. It's a 10 foot.
But is that good enough for that's your threat range, right? So I guess you do get an attack of opportunity as well as anyone else that's right up on this, which I think is just you, as it's going to run by and try to make its way through here to get to these guys. I think it gets about, let me redo
Whip
that.
more often.
It was right here.
Rolling great.
Cool weapon.
Ish. It was over to the right one more.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it in the tent?
Well, it's going to trample through that space. 6. Let me just look at
Going
this
to
again.
curl up and go to sleep in the tent.
Of course, man, come on, roll 20. 7, 8. Okay, it can get to that guy, but you will do that damage. Oh my. You see it seems to be running on its last bit of gas as you whip it one more time.
Whip it good.
But it will get a chance to attack one of these fools.
Oh no.
Oh lord. How much? Oh. You know that classic Scream that they use for all the movies? It's a
Wilhelm? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear that as this gentleman is mauled to death by an owlbear.
Ah!
I don't know. I can't do it very well, but you know the one. We all know it.
I can probably find it
Yeah.
and put it in the video.
Arano, it is your turn.
Okay. Gonna go ahead and shoot the one that's still up.
You will and you may choose how.
Oh, well, if I may, can I allow Steel Defender to come in and, try to finish the job at the same time? So that way we're, tag teaming it? Oh.
Wait,
Oh, no.
so you're finishing together?
Yep, that's it.
Those are the best ones. Best way to do it.
I cannot
Wow.
think of a single reason why that would be physically possible. But it is, as this monster comes traunching by.
Yeah.
And it is the little brother with the unplugged controller as you sink an arrow into the creature. And it slashes the air around the space where the owlbear should be. Yeah.
Great.
But it is also slain. Or like that Joker meme where they're on this. There's like the big Joker on the stairs, and then there's the little Joker on the stairs below him dancing. Yeah.
There appears to be somebody harmed over there. Is there any way we can help them? Tower says quickly at the end of this combat.
I'm going to rush my ass over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It would take me 2 rounds to get over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
I could pick you
We're
up
not gonna
and
dash.
carry you.
Yeah.
On my turn, I could pick you up and carry you and get you all the way there. I'm really fast.
Oh, that's what
2 rounds can go by.
All right, I will attempt to lay on hands.
Okay, how much are you using?
If it does anything, I will. I'll give him. What do I have left? Yeah, all 9 points left.
Okay, you lay on hands to this person, and you see their eyes open, and they spit out some blood on the ground a little bit.
Oh, thank goodness.
So you all right there?
No! I died!
No, son, if you would died, you wouldn't be here right now. You were maimed, but there's a difference.
Kind of composing yourselves, you see this group also doing the same. One guy comes over and lifts the guy up, with his hands, and I would say, based on this configuration, Shaw, make a perception check.
Oh, I keep forgetting to use this. Oh.
Forget about it. Cool.
Well, I am happy you were passing by as this was going on. Thank you for the assistance.
You say
Many
the
thanks to you.
closest one.
Say again?
The what you're saying this to the soldiers that are over there?
Yeah, just to the group in general. Yes.
Sure. The guy that lifted the other one up kind of turns as you're addressing them and is like, "We weren't passing through. We heard your commotion. We ran over. Fucking hell."
Well, thank you for that. You really pulled us out of a tight spot. Not that we wouldn't have gotten out of it, but it would have really taken us down a level. So thank you for all of your help.
I don't really give a fuck. Okay, I just follow orders. Okay, so maybe don't get mauled by any fucking bears while you're out here in the woods.
I'd rather not.
Sounds like a plan. Orders, you say. You were given orders to come help and check out the commotion?
I'm a fucking soldier, aren't I? The fuck? And he's gonna walk away from you.
I mean, fair enough.
And you do see the group start to trance off back towards their camp, being led by a gentleman that you would recognize as the one you talked to in the tavern. And they will fuck off.
Whoa.
Did I just put you guys
whoa.
there?
Here
Hold
we
on.
go.
Oh, that's right. Let me see if I can fix that.
What they do to us? Flint's still there.
I'll do this bit by
Brief out
bit.
of body experience.
You start to walk with them until you realize, what the fuck am I? Okay, is everybody back?
Now there's
Oh,
two
shit.
Flints.
Smolacrum.
There was 2 Flints? Yeah.
All right, that was weird. I'm back.
I need to get back to bed.
I
I don't
feel like
feel
I've just
so
been
great.
mauled by an owl bear.
Should we get a later start in the morning then? Are we trying to still keep up with soldiers?
It seems to have paid off so far.
It certainly did.
I'd hate to think what would have happened otherwise.
Tower looks over to the owlbears. I'd hate to see these creatures' bodies not put to some use. Would anybody like to perhaps eat them or use them for weapons of some type? There are many uses for a dead animal.
Oh, certainly.
carcass.
Yeah.
If you can eat a whole owlbear in one sitting, you get it for free.
I want to work on processing them and getting some meat off of them if I can.
We already paid a price for them, so.
Up front.
We can hang some strips of meat off the bars and whatnot and dry them out for jerky and stuff too as we travel along.
Okay.
Different bullshit like that.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I would say that Aranoa, you can go ahead and make. What have we been doing? I think.
Survival.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or, yeah, survival.
I can help out with that.
Okay, everyone who's not doing that and or helping, go ahead and make another perception check while this is all happening.
While this is all happening, can I get my shield back?
Oh yes, it's over here.
If I'm
Sweet,
going
sweet 40.
to bed, do I still do it?
I mean, yeah, during that time, unless you feel like you could really just immediately fall asleep, no questions asked, then you don't have to. I think you're still rolling those to me only, so you know.
No, I
What?
see hers.
You do? Okay, is that just a
Yeah.
special way? Okay.
Yeah, that's using the button is the way that Shraw's doing it.
Okay. It looks
yeah.
like it's saying to, like, it's in the same bracket
It
that
is.
it would show if it was, like, to the GM, you know?
You're absolutely right. It is.
So I keep thinking that's what it's doing. Okay, anyways, but Flint, from where those owlbears came, you do hear some more rustling in those bushes.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, without setting off whatever the hell is going on over there, I'd like to roll a stealth and investigate.
In that order, be my guest. That was a perception, not an investigate. Are they the same number?
I do not believe they are.
Well, with your stealth in mind, it's not hard to see what's causing the rustling as a much, much smaller version of what just transpired is kind of tracing around and kind of breaks through that tree line.
Yay!
It would, in fact, be an owlbear cub.
Yay!
Still quite large compared to y'all. It would be medium in size.
Is it a cub or an owl bearlet?
Oh shit!
According to its stat block that I have, it's a cub.
A philosophical question, but okay.
Mm-hmm. Semantics, really, when it all comes down to it. Yeah, it begins to kind of look about and recoil from you, but quickly tranches over to where this one is here and begins nudging it with the top of its head
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
and letting out little.
Universe, I'm gonna have to kindly request that you not make me feel guilty about this.
They came at us.
Eh,
Kind of.
kind of did come
were
at
just-
them
We
first,
were just
but
Yeah.
sleeping here, and then they came and were all scary.
yeah.
But if you don't mess with it, it's eventually going to just lay into that creature,
Oh.
small spoon style.
Flint, what are you doing over there?
Well, me personally, licking
Yes.
my wounds.
You stealthed over to the darkness?
Oh, sorry. Have you not seen?
I did not think I saw, unless that whole thing was something we all saw. I thought that was something
Really,
only you were
that was kind of just for Flint, yeah. Because
Right.
you guys, I assume
Oh.
that you and Aranoa
Right.
are like
Yeah.
cleaning, starting with the one you're next to.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I'm just saying, during that time of cleaning this creature, Flint has discovered a new creature down here.
All right, I'm going to move away from it, trying not to disturb. Well, we got a cub over here.
Oh.
To explain a few things.
Yes, yes, it would. Well, I would be lying if I didn't say I feel somewhat responsible for this whole situation. You see, when we saw that there was a commotion in those bushes, I tried to scare them off at first, and that did not work. Had I left them alone, perhaps they would never have attacked to start with. Perhaps this whole situation could have been avoided.
Oh, Sam Hill, you tried to scare off an owl there?
Well, I wasn't quite sure what it was. I think in the future, when I see something like that, I might scout forward a bit and try to sneak up on it. My instincts were bad in this situation, and a bad outcome has occurred.
I can't fault you too hard. You're forgiven for that.
Well, I would feel a lot better if we could do something for this cub, you said? Does it look old enough to take care of itself, or is it still of a nursing type age?
Well, if I know, I have never seen one this close.
Perhaps I should go take a look.
And I'll take nature checks to figure that out. Aranoa,
Sure.
assuming with that survival check, assuming you're going to spend a reasonable amount of time trying to clean these animals, was it just meat that you wanted off these things?
No, also things that could be used for weaponry like teeth or claws or
A pelt would probably
pelt.
sell well.
yeah.
Having being there helping.
Okay, I would say that between the three and factoring in all the lead that has filled these corpses and hides, you probably get about 9 pounds of meat off them. They're pretty big, but like serviceable meat.
Sure.
9 pounds worth, and some of these got riddled bad. I'd say you probably have one good section of hide that's undamaged. The rest is riddled pretty bad with holes.
Okay.
And let me roll another thing here. Do this. They don't have teeth. They have beaks.
Oh, duh.
But in terms of claws, you were probably able to work out about 7 decent claws as well between these three.
Okay.
And oh yeah, you mentioned nature checks, right?
Yeah, if you want to try and guess the age of this creature, or
Sure,
kind
sure.
of determine where did that go? 15.
And,
Yeah, trying to assess its age. A little hard to tell in the dark and all that, but if you had to make a guess, it might be okay. It might work out. It's a little young, or a little on the young side.
Well,
It's
chances
certainly
aren't 100% not great, but it could survive on its own. I wonder if it might have a better chance if it sticks with us for a small amount of time.
Let me put it this way: it's a little bit better than when you see like a bunch of baby turtles on the beach. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
especially knowing what's out here. Like, I don't know that you don't know what's out here, but it would have been whole lot better with its family. That's for sure.
Sure. Yeah, I grab like a horse treat of some type that might work for an owlbear as well. An apple or something. I don't know. With my nature check, I probably know a little bit of what this creature might want to eat.
Of course you would.
Yeah. And I'd like to try to handle this animal a little bit and see if it wants to kind of get friendly at me.
Yeah, go ahead and handle that.
All right, let's give that a shot.
And they eat meat.
Sure. And we probably have a little something left over from when I scavenged up earlier.
I have some hyena meat.
Oh, that is actually better, I think, and less bullshit than what I just said.
I have a whole pound, or I have 3 whole pounds. How many do you think he wants right now?
Oh, just a little piece, 4 ounces or so. Nothing.
Okay, then take it.
Cool. Yeah. And I do. And I tried. Yep, here we go.
Ooh. It's apprehensive, but it will eventually take some of that meat.
And, well...
It appears to be hungry.
Oh, perhaps a bit more then of that meat.
I give you the rest of the pound.
Sure, yeah. And I attempt to continue trying to give it to him. This owlbear.
Yeah, it will eat the meat, staying where it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, it knows that we can provide for it some, and if it's around, we'll see what happens going forward. But I think we should definitely rest for the night.
Yeah.
Looking at this picture, it kind of has, it may not be actual teeth, but the beak itself seems to be perforated, or, it has fine, serrated. That's the word I'm looking for. Teeth-like protrusions on its beak, so not exactly truthful that it has none, but it does appear to be part of the beak, I would say.
It appears we can learn much and more of these creatures with some simple observation.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Good night, y'all.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, I hope so.
And yeah, I don't remember which watch that interrupted, but I think it was the first.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to start the whole long rest over any which way.
Exactly.
Well, but if the soldiers start leaving, we'll have to, and we want to stay with them, we'll have to go no matter what time it is if we want to continue that, right?
Well, sure, but we were a bit behind them to start with anyway. I feel like now that we have a direction, we can probably be an hour or two behind and not trail off so much, right?
To be fair, if we just, haul ass for the rest of the day tomorrow, should be able to keep up with them, no problem.
Also, we're a much smaller group, and therefore, travel quicker any which way. Anyway, good night.
And I suppose you're right. We can restart that long rest, and it will take at least 2 watches, depending on who's doing it.
I'm pretty much up all night, kind of, but not really.
Well, go ahead.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Remainder of your watch seems to be pretty quiet. You can hear the tail end of the soldiers going back to what they were doing, probably. And you just hear the crunching and munching of the meat that you had left with the little tiny owlbear cub. But at the end of your 4-hour watch, that's about it.
Excellent. I mean, I continue to watch.
I'll the next watch, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, go for it. But that is, I guess you get to do that. Yeah. So, I mean, you can do it again, Tower, I suppose. You're able to do the whole night as well.
Okay, sure. Just in case we miss anything. I forgot to grab that shield, but next time.
It goes much the same way. It seems like the excitement of the night has finally quieted down.
Excellent.
And the duration of that long rest goes uninterrupted. Without the occasional horse fart notwithstanding.
And come morning, I'd like to do some food gathering, including enough for the owlbear cub, assuming that it would want to come with us, is what Tower's gonna do until it decides not to.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys back to that other page, because a night camp doesn't really make sense since it's now morning.
Oh yeah, that was Century's Rest, followed by... What's this? Oh yeah, that one. Cool.
When you guys are up and ready at the time that you've pushed back on, you notice that the soldiers are still around where they were, but they are on the last few moments before they're going to be taking off because they had to restart their long rest as well.
Unfortunate, but convenient.
But they still have to jump on you a little bit because they're trained and do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just basically starting to get ready to roll on and move out as you guys are getting your breakfast together.
Cool. And I'd like to approach, keep an eye out for this cub owlbear to see if it's still around, and approach it with the food I've gathered for it. Okay.
Make another nature check for me, or Animal handling, I mean.
Okay, cool.
It accepts the food from you. As you take your hand away from where that is, it ends up brushing up with the top of its head against your palm
Aww.
before digging into the food you provided.
Well, I guess before we take off, I ask, should we try to coax it onto the cart or leave it here? It seems to be friendly enough, at least for now.
Should we maybe try to get it to walk alongside the cart instead of in the cart, since we have pieces of probably its mom hanging on the rails?
That is a fair point. However,
I
I'm
would
not
worry about the
sure.
horses with it out and about.
That's true.
Well, I'd be more concerned with slowing us down.
That too.
Yeah.
Does it really know that those pieces of meat are
I don't know.
how
I
intelligent?
don't
are these
know what it
creatures?
smells.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Would you notice
Can it
the smell of
recognize-
human meat? Like
I don't know.
But of course, humans aren't like the best smellers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, would you know what the smell of like a skinned, even animals that
Guys,
are good at
I'm not trying to
smelling?
convince you.
No, I'm just curious. Like now, like
Right.
Yeah.
would a dog know dog meat versus any other meat?
Maybe the meat of its mom.
Animals are pretty bad too, though. Like it may not care.
It may not care,
that's-
but I mean, like, they are familiar with each other's scents and stuff. Like, do you think,
Sure.
does the meat not
But
have the
that's-
scent anymore?
But that's on the outside
Human
of your
meat
body,
smells
not
like.
the
God
inside.
damn it! I know
But,
what mom
like,
meat smells
I
like.
don't know. Maybe the inside does smell too. We just like
Oh man.
I don't know.
The other option is to abandon that meat. I would hate to do it, but if
Yeah.
we think it's more of an ethical question than to keep it, I don't know.
With Tower's nature check before, you would know that these are pretty bestial in intelligence-wise. Probably comparable to a. Let me just double check that. They're a touch smarter than your average bear.
That's good shit. Good shit. It would probably be fine, I think.
Okay. What if it starts to eat it though? And it's
Well, that
eating
would
its own parent.
it would be weird, but it would be probably okay in the end, honestly.
There are
Call you Termin.
there are creatures in this world that do that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Animals are animals. I'm not saying I would encourage it, but I'm not saying it would be like, the worst possible thing in the world.
Wow.
Abandon a creature or turn it cannibalistic.
No, but we don't. It doesn't have to eat the meat. We can keep it away. Let's just leave the meat if we're worried about it. I can get us food every
Just
day.
wasteful.
Oh, okay.
I understand, but as
true.
you can see
Okay.
from my
Noah spent all night cleaning and getting together 9
I know that
pounds
goes really
of owlbear
against
meat.
what Aaron Noah stands for.
Do you know how long it takes to harvest 9 pounds of owlbear meat?
then
Wow.
Aaron Noah does.
does
Can
anybody
we not hang the meat in a separate section, like off the front end of the cart, like not in the cage area, but
I
not
don't
on
know.
top, but yes, over the bars that are closer to the horses, yes. And we'll keep the owlbear towards the back of the cage, and I'll be in the middle of the cage doing flips and shit.
there. Problem solved.
There we go. Oh man.
Does anybody, before we do this, does anybody have an issue with us inviting an owlbear along on our travels for a little while at least?
I got no problem. I like animals.
Well,
I do too.
I'm willing to accept this as a calculated risk. Y'all seem pretty partial.
I don't normally work with animals while they're still alive, but this one is kind of nice.
And with that, before we leave, I would try to coax it onto the cart with a little bit more food. We have more of the hyena meat, if nothing else. I also scrounged up some stuff for it this morning. Yeah, and see if it wants to join us on our travels.
I would like another animal handling.
I will do that. Does anybody want to help me with this one? I feel
I'll
like
help
I've
you.
been okay.
I'm-
Excellent. Just I shouldn't be the only person it knows.
Yeah, you're right. I wanna learn how to interact with living animals. I'll learn from you, Tower.
First of all, how are you going to get it into the wagon? Because the wagon is, I'd say it's probably a good 4 feet. Like the floor of the wagon's probably 4 feet tall. No, that's way too tall, isn't it? It's probably like.
No, I don't think so.
I'll
trying
have
to think
Steel
of-
How big
Defender,
wheels
like,
are on wagons?
lay down underneath so that the owlbear can step on the Steel Defender and then up into the.
You know what I'm saying though? Like the back of the wagon
Yeah,
is raised
it's
off the
raised.
ground
Yeah.
a good ways, so like a human has
Well-
to grab up on the side and pull themselves up to it.
Sure.
Because we made it to house humans originally, was there not like a fold up ladder situation?
Otherwise, we'd have to like.
Yeah, like they
Like
have
a
on
ramp,
some
like a
carts
sliding
that
ramp that comes out.
people go into, you know?
Oh, like a rope ladder thing?
No, it's a hinged wooden piece that
Oh.
folds up when you're traveling, and then you fold it down so that you have a step, you know? Or
Okay.
Else, why?
not
If
thinking
we have-
saying you-
that with our
You have
prisoners.
you're saying that you have a plank of wood that you use as a ramp.
Sure.
to
I'm
the
saying,
back?
could we have? Well,
Oh,
I
it
wasn't
never
saying
got-
a ramp, but that works too.
It never got fully specified, but if you want like a plank, a wood, like if you want a little ramp plank
Sure.
that you use,
Actually, that's good for loading stuff onto it.
yeah, then I guess I'm fine with that.
Cool.
We never specified
Not to take
at
away from
creation, but
the Steel Defender step ladder situation, though.
Right.
Oh, that's fine.
I've just
I
put
mean, the-
many a large dog in the back of a truck before, and I know how it can be either the simplest task or one of the hardest of your life. So
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, in this situation, because it was for loading prisoners, like we would have the prisoners tied up, so there should be some way of getting prisoners on that didn't
Mhm.
involve us like picking them up and chucking them in.
Yeah, where they didn't need their hands.
It's like so, yeah. I
mean,
think
I
a
never had a
ramp is
problem with you
Yeah.
chucking prisoners in the back. It
True.
always made sense to me. But yeah, if you want a little ramp plank, then we'll just know. That makes perfect sense to me. Just
cool.
so between you and Aranoa. Now, my second question is exactly how are you coaxing? I know you have food to try and like, come on, but like, how are you doing this? Is it just the creature, no hands on, just freely trying to like get it inside? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. The way I would approach
or like
it,
roping it, or what's up? That's
sure. The way I would approach it is that I would go up to it with the meat, wait for it to kind of accept it and eat some. I would
Wow.
well, bow, yeah.
I was totally going to Hippogriff. And you're like, the way I would approach it, I just went straight to Haggard's class.
Sure. And for this creature is on all fours generally, right?
oh yeah.
Okay. Then I would kneel and get kind of down on its level while it's eating, kind of give it a little reach out my hand tentatively so that it can watch and let it smell me if it wanted to. And then kind of give it a little pet and some affection as best I could manage or whatever, figure out what an owlbear liked. And then I would kind of put a hand on it and give it a little nudge and push it along towards the cart or whatnot. And maybe a little sound call as best I can manage for an owlbear and see if it can walk along with me. And then up into the cart, and I'll go into the cart as well. That's where I plan to spend my time anyway. And I'll sit down and kind of wait for it to approach. And if it does, it does. And if it doesn't, I'll understand.
Okay. I was gonna say something. Oh, the movements of this creature are mostly how you would expect a bear to move.
Mm.
Except if it does at any point raise up on its hind legs in that bipedal like posture to look around, its head does rotate just a little bit further than you think it should.
Mm.
But
Weird.
that's not what's happening here. Here you're trying to coax this owlbear up this wooden ramp. The two of you together in tandem I assume one at the front of it and one kind of slowly moving up the back of it to try and help guide it in.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Right. 16 animal handling. It goes mostly the way you plan. At times it stops for long periods that you would like it not to. And
There's a
much
lot of
like
new stuff for it.
there's a couple moments where it drags against the wood, but not wanting to go past Aranoa, really. It continues to finally make its way into the back of this wagon.
And I think we can leave the door open for now, right? We don't need to shut that while we travel necessarily.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
it should be
it-
secure enough without like falling out the back or anything. Like, I don't think that should be an issue. Like, I don't think the door is that wide open, but I don't want to like make it feel trapped. So
Yeah, I get you. No, the way I keep picturing it is like the bottom, like the door of this gated wagon is basically starts at a point. How do I fucking explain my words? Like there is a wooden border at the bottom that's kind of like, a
Yep.
wagon bed,
Yep.
and then the cage starts.
Absolutely.
And the door doesn't start until the cage. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
I do.
So there's still a part in the, like, you couldn't just step straight out the wagon. There's like
Right.
you'd have to climb over the wooden part. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
That's how I keep envisioning
So it's
it.
a sliding door?
No, it's still like a swing metal door, but
And
it's
it
just
opens inward?
no, it opens out.
No, it opens out. It's just raised off the wagon a bit too. Like it's just an extra.
Oh, that's
bit.
all of that is a.
There's a lip. There's a wooden lip.
Yep, that goes all the way around, and you can like sit things in the wagon bit or
Hmm.
sit in there yourself, and it's all secure, but it's also like open and breathable up top. But
Mhm.
at like, if you're sitting in it, maybe around shoulders or a little lower, then that's where the metal bars start and go up. And I'm thinking in like a square pattern. Like, is that, you know what I'm saying with that? So it's like bars up
Oh
and
yeah,
then across to form a grid.
See, this is. How do you do the image share? Copy.
Uh,
Oh, that's copy.
You have to copy the image
The
location.
address.
Do you have the picture share button at the bottom? Does everybody have
No.
the FX button at the bottom?
No, I think that's
No.
something each person has to go in onto the macros and say and find it on the list. and
Y'all
put
should
it
do that.
in a bar. Although I
Well,
don't
I
see
have
that
I
FX
have
as
all
an
my
option for
rope
me.
ones down there, so
Gotcha.
I don't know if it will mess.
It wouldn't mess it up. It would just add to it.
Where's
It's
that?
under collection. It's next to the little settings thing. It's the 3 lines, and then you just hit the in bar box on the
Mhm.
ones that you want. I would do the FX one too. Like anybody can do FX, and
I don't
like
see
you can
that
do-
FX.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't
You
have that.
don't. Oh, F.
Did you set it to when you made it? Did you tick the box that's like share to people or something?
See,
Probably
this is
not.
what
Let
I
me-
was picturing. That's why it was confusing me.
It's kind of like that, I would think, except there's probably bars on
Ah.
top as well, I guess. But I would just add the border of wood across the bottom too, and the door swings open from above the wooden part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because-
no, I get you. I was just explaining what I was picturing.
Mhm.
Do you see the FX now?
Let me look. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, give it a shot, because I think only I can technically the normal way. But this way, you guys can just throw FX wherever you want.
What?
Click on the
There we go.
token on the screen to choose a target.
Okay.
So whenever you do a spell or anything, like if you want to, you can just
Sure.
pick an FX.
I know we're a little past our stopping time because we got caught up in the logistics of our wagon. But I assume you've got the owlbear in the wagon now. You've got meat, you've got parts, you've had your breakfast, I assume, which was owlbear. And you can begin your journey to try and follow in the footsteps of the soldiers who by this time have left. But they're they're not too far away from you.
I think we shall.
And yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it now.
Baby owlbear, y'all.
Just a little note that I kind of planned when I allowed this to possibly happen, or I should say, if you decided to bring this guy along or what, and if you even decide to keep it in the future. I do have stats if you end up keeping it long term, but also I noticed in the monster manual itself, I've never really seen this before. It talks about the possibility of taming owlbears and using them as guards and mounts and things like that. I thought that was really neat. I've never thought about having that.
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's that'd be kind of amazing.
Well,
And
they're
when I
large
said,
creatures.
yeah,
Full
that's-
grown.
Yeah, cool.
You mean after all that money I spent to buy my war horse?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I do
I never-
also already have a horse, but
Mhm.
anything.
Well, you can't ride it right now.
No, yeah, many years or months, weeks. I don't know how quickly owlbears grow.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll have to look into that. It's the same thing with like the griffins that we're dealing with, but even that, it's only been a few months, so they don't go from baby to adult in a couple months. That'd be crazy.
Time passes so much slower in that universe than I feel like it does in our world.
What do you mean?
Just because,
IRL.
yeah, yes, literally.
well, I don't know. Every day that passes in game, I tick it on that calendar.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But in the real world, so many more days pass, which makes sense because we don't play it that much.
Well, it's often weeks, sometimes months between days. So
exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
That's all I'm saying. And I know I'm not saying that's anybody's fault.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, I might as well play this out.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I mean, I have a good idea, but
well, I'm glad you do. That gives me great comfort in wanting to play more. We're not at the edge of what you have planned.
Oh, that doesn't mean that.
Oh.
It just means I have a good idea where you're going. That's all. I don't mind it.
It's a good song. Should we leave by the end of this and this has never been the actual end of any episode. The end of the song. We've always talked afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should.
So we're gone by the end of the music. Talk to y'all tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Good night.
stupid. Good night.